What is up, everybody? What is up? It is Friday night. It is Shooting the Shit Uncensored. I am your host, the bald, the beard, the beautiful Piers Austin. And tonight, I've not got just one guest. I've got two. I've got the tag team champions of Deathmatch Down Under, Misspent Youth. But before I bring out my guest this evening, I just want to take a quick pause for the cause to thank those sponsors who make this show possible every single week. First up is the Wrestling Universe. Now, the Wrestling Universe is your one-stop shop for all your pro wrestling merchandise. They have all kinds of WWE, TNA, UFC, WCW, ECW, action figures, past and present. They carry t-shirts, wrestling cards, autographed 8x10s, masks, belts, and much, much more. Guys, they also do in-store signings. So if you're in Queens, New York, you can go to one of their in-store signings and see multiple big names from the wrestling industry. They've had Kurt Angle, they've had Tucker Knight, they've had Booker T in there, they've had Darby Allin, Sting. And guys, just go to their website, check who they've got coming up every single week. You will not be disappointed. All of their autographed items comes with a certificate of authenticity. But guys, if you're like me, you live on the other side of the world. They ship internationally, so hit up thewrestlinguniverse.com and they got you covered for whatever that ails you in your wrestling merchandise needs, guys. But once you're done there, you need to check out sleeves.com. So guys, if you're an athlete or someone you know is an athlete, you need to check out Sleeves. They've got armbands, compression pants, compression tights, compression shorts, the compression socks, headbands, mouth guards, boots, whatever you need. They've even got dirty boxes. And guys, I've got to say, these dirty boxes are the most comfortable underwear boxes that I own. They're like amazing. Plus, they've got a huge elephant trunk on the front of it, which is pretty funny. So guys, check out sleeves.com. Use promo code MWA pod to get a 10% discount at purchase. But guys, also, if you're like me and you're one of those disgusting vapor person thingies, yes, you know, those like hipster kind of dudes, well, you know what? You need to get off that shit, and Health Vapor's got you covered. Health Vape offer a healthy vaping alternative, guys. Their products are no nicotine, no addictive or nasty chemicals. They're vitamin infused. Guys, check out some of their amazing vape and pod products. And you know what, guys? We'll give you 10% off. Just use MWA pod as your discount code at your final purchase. But guys, we've also got a lot of shows happening here in the MWA Podcast Network, so make sure you tune in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here in Australia, which is Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be Killing the Business with former ECW original Angel, the Kingpin. So make sure you tune in with that. He's going to be joined, as always, with King Mega and also Glenn Sexton. So they're going to be breaking down all the bullshit that's going on in the world of wrestling. And, you know, Angel, you can't really restrain what he's going to say. So make sure you tune in and check that out. Guys, we just had Get Funked earlier today airing, which is Alan Kiwi Funk show. He had on Lash LaRue, former WCW tag team champion. He's bringing on a lot of amazing people on his show. So guys, make sure you check out Get Funked every week. And guys, also Knights of the Gimmick Table have always got you covered. The Dead Presidents, Boogaloo and Lowrider, you know, check out their show every single week. They're telling some amazing tales of their 20-year road in the wrestling world, up and down all over the United States for the last 20 years, guys. One of the most respected teams on the indies over there. So make sure you check out their show every single week. But guys, without further ado, it's time to bring out my guests. They are the Deathmatch Down Under Tag Team Champions of the World, Aysha and your boy Murdoch. What's up, guys?
Not much, man. That was an excellent introduction.
Yeah.
That was a good base. It was nice.
Oh, thanks, man. I was kind of thinking like I had to sort of like do a good like build up, right? It's to bring on the show and the inaugural tag team champions.
It's over there. That's one.
But man, it's thank you both for coming on. It's good to see you guys.
It's good to be on here.
Yeah,
man.
good to be back.
Yeah.
Together this time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And now as champions, guys, but coming up to winning that tournament, coming into that, were you guys like, knowing that, like, how far advanced did you know that you were sort of going to become the champions, or was it sort of something that was done on the night, or did you sort of, know that the build was coming for a while?
I'll talk. I think like close to a year out.
Yeah.
I think.
Because even it was mainly me and Joel talking at first and him asking who I want to tag with. And I wasn't really sure, and he suggested, I think I said this story last time, but he suggested, oh, what about Murdoch? And I'm like, okay. And then he was kind of like, oh, I want to, like, I guess, put you guys in, like, the spotlight and, like, potentially make you guys the tag champs. And pretty much they confirmed that pretty much, like, pretty far out.
Yeah.
Before, like, before the promotion itself was announced.
Yeah.
We knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I think you told me. Originally.
Yeah, I told, because
I think they kayfabe.
Yeah, John told me on the download. So there was a few months that I knew and he didn't.
I got worked.
Oh, really? So you worked it for like 2 months?
We were tagging together, but
yeah. I think they just didn't tell me, and they told Aysha, which was why. I just talk so much.
Yeah, talk too much shit.
No, it's fair enough. But like, you guys seem to really, have something really sort of cool to have as a tag team. Like, I think as well, being, a couple in the shoot world. How does that go as far as like, do you guys ever have like a disconnect from wrestling, or is it always like, I've had this idea or I've got this idea, or is like, do you guys have that time to disconnect from wrestling at all?
I'd say so.
I think so, yeah.
We're not always talking about wrestling. It's always prevalent. Like, it's always like, it'll always come back. But it's not like we're like constantly like wrestling. Like, we talk about games and random crap.
Music a bit
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
And
Like we got other things in common besides wrestling.
Yeah.
So,
oh, that's important. So, but as far as coming up now with the shows on August 21st, you guys have got a Deathmatch Downunder's doing a double header. You're defending the tag team titles in a triple threat tag team match. Looking into this match, like, you guys plus the competitors going in this match, it looks like this is going to be a match that could very much steal the show.
I mean, I'd like to hope so.
Yeah.
I had never even thought about a triple threat tag match. So that's going to be very interesting. I'm very curious to see how that goes.
Yeah. I've been in one before. It's pretty chaotic and you don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
So people could be like coming at you different directions. I might be stuck in the middle between two people, get squashed. So I need to watch out for that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm really curious to see how it flows, and it's going to be fun. Absolutely.
Have you guys worked any of your opponents before?
No.
Yeah. So
because they're both interstate. So
yeah.
Corndog and Lily Blaze are from
Adelaide,
and then Lucille and Bobby are from Queensland. So I've met Bobby before and I've met Lucille once. I haven't met the other two. So it'll be pretty much first time proper meetings for most of them.
Wow. As far as have you watched much of their sort of style, or do you think it'd be able to mesh well with what you guys can put out?
I haven't seen much of Corndog and Lily.
I think I watched because it was free on YouTube, so I thought I'd check it out because I knew we had Lily. I think there's Lily and Delta. I watched a bit of that, and like she's new, but she's actually like pretty good. Like so I'm excited to like share the ring with her.
I've seen Bobby wrestle once at 6 Below, and he's been doing this for years at this point, so it should be fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, like I said, I said it before the other night when I was talking to Lucille Brawl about it, and I said I think this match will steal the show. It's got all the elements to do that, and I think the triple threat tag matches, there's always that extra element because it's like the extra people added into it, so it's going to be chaotic and mayhem, so to speak. But how have you guys been going, because you guys have now gone into week 2 now of lockdown?
Oh, we're on day 2.
We're stopped
pretty much. Because we keep having snap lockdowns because Melbourne. Yeah, we're on lockdown number 6, I think, at this point.
Yeah, but it's like we've had 3 in the past 2 months.
Something
Something like that, yeah.
Short and sharp, but yeah, it never ends.
Yeah.
But has it been able to like stop you guys from sort of being able to sort of go out and sort of do stuff, or has it been like you guys have to have been like locked down for 3 days, and like what was the extent of the lockdowns though?
It was mostly like, so it was like, the snap lockdowns are usually like you can only go out to shop for essentials, work if permitted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exercise.
Exercise, and that's even within the 5-kilometer radius that we have.
Yeah.
So it's very it's short, but it's very restrictive when it actually comes through.
Oh, 100%. And I think with everything coming up with the double-headed shows, I really hope that they can go ahead, because it looks like both cards are completely stacked. And got some amazing talents, and I'm hoping they can go ahead, because I really want to see them. I think it'd be absolutely amazing to sort of check out as well. But what are some of the other matches on the card that you guys are looking forward to checking out?
I want to see Big Dude Energy against Mile High Club. So Tyson and Jet. That's going to be. I haven't seen the Big Dude Energy guys work before,
I've heard good things
but
about
I've heard
them,
really
though.
good things.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see how they go. What else is on? Delta's on the card, I think.
Yeah.
I really want to see Delta work. I just want to see Delta and be like, oh my God, hello.
I've got her coming up on the show in a couple of days, actually. So
Nice.
I've only really just sort of discovered her, and it's like, wow, where have you? Like, she just looks absolutely menacing. Like,
yeah, ridiculous. Yeah.
Absolutely. But obviously, guys, since winning the championships, what have you guys got now as goals for you guys in your careers? Do you want to sort of continue to do tag team stuff, or would you still want to pursue singles as well? Whether it be for other promotions or DMDU.
I mean, as far as DMDU, I guess the focus is tag wrestling. We want to elevate the tag team division, even though it's Deathmatch Down Under. We want to put that focus on tag team wrestling as well.
Of course, we've both got singles goals as well, but yeah, especially for DMDU specifically, we really want to just build our tag team. Like, really, like wrestling, for example, wrestling Aussie Open was a very big eye opener of like, there's levels to this. Like, we're down here and they're up here. We've got work to do. So just really building ourselves as well as the tag division along the way is something that we're definitely looking at for DMDU specifically. And then, of course, we've got our own singles goals. I want to win a belt for myself.
I'd like one too.
Murdoch 2 belts.
We both haven't won singles belts.
Never won singles belts. So
for our individual goals.
But that's if shows run at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is it's like you said, that stop-start lockdown and going out of lockdown, it's just, I think once it can get some consistency and can get some shows there, I think, it's going to be amazing to see what you guys can sort of, really accomplish as well. But, as far as, tag teams, going at the moment, like, what are your sort of plans, moving forward? Like, who are some of the teams that you really want to sort of see yourselves going up against and testing yourselves against?
First one that comes to mind for me is Velocities. Absolutely, the Velocities.
Yeah.
Mile High Club, as I mentioned before. Jet and Tyson, I'd love to wrestle them. You got any on your mind?
Who's that team from Perth that you've brought up before?
We always do. This happens in every question. Every time someone asks, "How do work?" I'm like,
we do have like a list as well.
Bitter and then some, right?
Yeah, I think so.
James Hartness and Casey Johns. Those two, for sure. Absolutely would love to work them, even though I can't remember their names because I'm a horrible person. But there's so many there's actually quite a decent tag division around
We're just
Australia.
spread around.
They're they're just everywhere.
But that's the thing, like tag team wrestling, like you look on like a majority of the indies at the moment in the US, it's not sort of really that prevalent. You know what I mean? But now in it, you look at the Australian wrestling, like tag team wrestling is like really, really strong. Like there are a lot of sort of solid, Australian tag teams, and you've listed off, a bunch of them, and yourselves included. Do you think that Australia is really sort of setting the pace for tag team wrestling at the moment?
I mean, absolutely, because like the most talked about Australian match off the top of my head right now is Aussie Open versus Velocities.
Yeah,
like that match was insane. It was ridiculous. So that's absolutely the standard. Like for everyone in tag wrestling, even worldwide, that is the tag match. So I would say absolutely the Australia is probably one of the leading tag divisions in general.
Yeah, and you mentioned you guys wrestling Aussie Open. How was that match for you guys? Because those guys have a pretty brutal style.
Ooh,
yeah.
Aysha, I don't know if you've seen that match, but in the first 30 seconds, Aysha gets thrown away like twice.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I could feel it. That was insane to wrestle those two guys and to really like work with them and have them like give us feedback and everything.
Yeah.
It was
really
insane.
fortunate as well because they're back in the UK, aren't they?
They're about to be.
Yeah, if
they're not already, they're about to be back in the UK.
We feel very like fortunate to have gotten that opportunity.
Yeah,
100%.
Before they go back to Rev Pro, it was crazy.
Yeah, and I did see that match, and with that spot as well. Like, was that your idea?
Well, the first one, what we had planned,
ruin kayfabe, just destroy it.
he was just meant to pass me over his shoulder, and I was meant to land on my feet. But he didn't realize this always happens. People don't realize how light I am. So he just passed me over, but ends up being a toss. And I end up going that far. So I think a bit later on, he kind of like is a bit more gentle because he realizes how light I am.
It happens every single time we come to the back. I didn't know you were that light. Every time. Oh, it was so funny. The look of there's a couple photos of me with a look of like concern, but also oh my god, like of me going like. Oh no!
Oh, dude! Like I was watching that match, and like the couple of times, like even the striking as well. Like it's, I was just like, oh my god!
Like it's like a couple of times. Kyle rocked me good.
I saw your eyes sort of roll at one point, and I'm just like, oh shit! I hope he's
right. Right at the start of the match, there was a point where Kyle gave me a boot. Like he just booted me off the apron. And I put my hand up to protect myself, and he kicked me like here, just right where my hand wasn't.
Yeah.
Smashed off the apron. I'm down like, oh. And then I knew it was good. I knew it was a good kick, and I knew it really landed when Joel Bateman came up to me and went, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Oh, it must have been good. Yeah, it must have been a good kick." Yeah, I was like, it was like, "Oh, okay, he got me."
Oh, dude, yeah, because I saw that. I think it was that moment. Yeah, I saw like, and the camera's got your face. I'm like, oh shit, is he out? Like,
imagine just me alone with Aussie Open. That would have been great.
Just these two big boys, and Ash just like, oh god,
oh no. But like, did you see like, how long did it take you to sort of like snap out of it? Was it like just like an instant sort of thing, like going, oh shit, like back to it?
There was a few minutes of me going, I'm fine, just give me a sec, like just let me lay here for a bit and give me a sec. And then I was like, well, I gotta sell this now. So I climbed up, I finally got up there, and I think Jessica's the name of the ref. She came up to me like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just milking it at this point." And it was all right. And then later on, he bumped me again. I went bonk on my head, and I was like, "Oh, I'm back at square one."
Jesus, man.
The spinning Michinoku is a high bump.
Oh, dude, but like it must be scary though, like for that to happen, and then just be like, for like a minute just going like, like, no, I'm okay. Just give me, you know what I mean? Like, what was going on in your mind though? Like,
I hate to say it, but I'm kind of used to it, which is very unfortunate for my brain. But I've been knocked around a couple times to the fact where I'm like, I can kind of assess where I'm like, I'll be fine. Like, I can tell when I'm not going to be fine, but she loves this. But I'm like, I can assess and go like, okay, well that sucked, but I'll be fine, and then I can keep moving from there. So yeah, I've gotten to the point now where I kind of know if I'm like, oh, give me 2 minutes and my brain will settle.
It's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing, but it's nice to have. It's a nice
really
self-aware.
Aysha, how are you like thinking of that at that stage when that's happened? Like, are you thinking like, okay, he'll be okay in a second, or were you
I
just
mean,
like?
I didn't know that happened during the match.
I'm on the floor.
Really?
Aysha's in the ring,
I was
getting
getting
beat up.
tossed around,
Yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
I had no time to really know what was going on. I was in my own pain, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Aysha was getting beat up herself. I'm just laying there like,
Yeah.
Oh man, but like still, well, I was glad that you came back to jump in there, mate. Mate, you didn't leave high and dry there.
God, imagine I just didn't come back.
You at that point you would have to sell like a broken leg or something for the next show.
We get stretchered. I come out, I'm just wrecked the next show. I'm full bandaged.
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly, man. Or just try and get back up like Mankind style or something off it as they're carrying you away. He's walking out.
I come back like from Hell in a Cell, and I just get killed again.
Oh, let's not. Yeah, let's hope not. Jesus, but that's pretty nasty anyway. But
That's all right.
man, like, what have you guys been up to during your short stints in lockdown? Anyway, have you guys been watching much wrestling?
I've been watching the most amount of wrestling I have in like years.
Even me lately, honestly.
God, I couldn't tell you the last time I was watching weekly wrestling, like television, for like literally years. AEW has got me back into weekly television. It's crazy. I like watch it every week, and I'm really excited to watch it every week.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I could SmackDown. I keep up with too because my brother likes it because he's like, John Cena's back, bro. We got to watch it every week. I'm like, that's fine. I'll do it. I'm happy to do it. But yeah, I've been watching AEW and SmackDown pretty much every week for like the last month, which is unheard of for me. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched full shows most of the time, like other than pay-per-views. So I've been watching so much wrestling. It's crazy.
But that's the thing. There's so much now that's available out there, though, wrestling wise. Like whether it's major companies or on independent wrestling TV. There's such an array of wrestling out there to sort of really delve into. But man, like getting into watching AEW, like what do you enjoy about it? Let me ask you that.
It's just good wrestling. For like once on weekly television, there's good wrestling, and it's every single week. And like I actually care about the people on there. I know what's happening. Well, that's because I've been watching it. I know what's happening. But yeah, like it's been good wrestling. Every single time I'm like, there's at least one match where I'm like, I gotta watch that. Like this week it was the main for AEW. It was Malachi Black versus Cody Rhodes. I was like, I have to watch that. And I watched the whole show. And Aysha and I actually both watched the whole show.
Yeah,
so
we were kind of watching it like not at the same time, but he was slightly before me. We were kind of like commenting.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, pop for this. You'll pop. You'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this was good. Yeah, watch this. It's dumb.
I've actually started to get my 3-year-old into wrestling now. So like my oldest, my son, he has no interest, but my 3-year-old daughter, she's like all into it. So she just sits there and watches it, and then she's like, yeah, smash him. Like I mean, like she's even talking about when we had like the Easter, like when we had Easter and stuff, and I'm like going, oh yeah, the Easter bunny's gonna come and deliver Easter eggs and stuff. She's like, can I roll him up for a pinfall? 1, 2, 3. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you want a schoolboy? You want a schoolboy fucking Easter bunny? And she's like, yeah.
I mean, if you roll them up, you get more chocolate. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Oh, 100%. That's exactly it. What's up, Lowrider in the house? One half of the dead presidents. Thanks for tuning in, bro. But
I got him.
God, yeah, throw me off. Yeah, good shit. But man, like as far as like what's got planned for the rest of the year, man. How far have you guys got shows planned? I suppose they're really up in the air at this point, wouldn't they be?
Yeah.
We've got tentative dates for the rest of the year, but it's like, like I know for at least the MDU, we've got some dates planned, but it's so like we've got this in mind. Who knows if it'll happen? But like we're hoping to get to here, but literally, it's so again, it's out of our control. So there's nothing we can do about it.
I mean,
it's just a week by week.
Yeah, you got the Destiny ladder match.
I've got Destiny in, so that's for PCW. I've got the Destiny ladder match, which has not been announced yet. I think a new date. I don't think so. Has it been announced?
I feel like it has, but maybe not.
I don't know. It's later in the year. I don't know if it's been announced. I'm not going to say it. It's later in the year, but that was meant to be 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago. I was meant to be in a ladder match, a 6-man ladder match, and that got postponed all the way till like the late end of the year.
Well, at least you qualified.
I qualified. I'm still in it. It's just now 4-ish months away.
Dude, it must get frustrating though, man. Like to have to sit there and be like so on edge, like getting closer to a show date. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? And then basically, like as far as your nerves for going into a regular show, how does this sort of stuff, affect, you mentally leading up to a show?
It's weird because like before shows, I get like super nervous. So when it's just like cuts off, it's like I'm almost like been stressed for like no reason. And it's like a weird, like it's a weird thing.
Your body's like, so we're doing this, and it's like, no, like, and you're like, like I think for the last show, I think peer pressure got.
It was literally that weekend.
It was like the day before, or maybe 2 days before.
Yeah,
we got announced we're going to be in lockdown and couldn't do it. So it was like I was like trying to come up with stuff, and like,
we were talking to Lily.
Like we're trying to come up with everything, and then it's like, no, oh, okay, shit. What do you do now? Like you looked forward to all these things and all these like opportunities, and they never happen because they will happen, but they don't come to fruition when you're expecting them.
Yeah, and that's the probably the biggest disappointment when you've got something lined up, it's going to be cool, something you're looking forward to, and then just completely sort of swept out from underneath you. It's it's almost like a kick to the guts, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then when did we win the belts?
April.
So it's like we've had the belts for this amount of months, but we've only like defended it once because that's like the only shows we've had. Because It's weird.
What a reign.
Hey man, the longest. Hey man, you guys are the longest reigning tag team champions in DU history.
It ain't easy. The grind.
Hey, I gotta put you over, brother.
brother.
Exactly, brother. Heels over strong, man.
Oh, absolutely. I'll just drop the leg at the next show. I'm dropping the leg. It looks
drop the leg and like do the whole Hulk up and shit. I
just start. And that's the look I'll get.
Or you can do like the Macho Man thing, just pick her up on your shoulder like the Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah. And she'll just look unimpressed as I'm holding her up. Like, and she's...
That would be worth the price of admission.
That'd be an excellent photo. That shot of me having Aysha off my shoulder and her just like, why?
Only if you're in like full macho gimmick, though, like you have to.
I mean, like neon. I mean, like real neon. Tassels. Yeah.
God, no.
Even like my shorts, but like neon and tassels. And I'm just like,
I don't want to imagine it.
Spray tan. Yeah.
I got the shirt on. Like it's meant to be.
Stay clear of the Stay clear of the gimmicks, brother. Yeah, I don't think Aysha would be too impressed with that, to be honest.
She's never very impressed with me.
But man, like, as far as what else you guys been up to, man? I know you guys usually do a little bit of here and there on Twitch, man. How's that been going for you guys?
Non-existent, honestly.
Aysha hasn't streamed.
Yeah,
I stream occasionally.
Yeah, like I've seen you on Twitch here and there, but like,
you were regular. I appreciated it. You popped in at the start. You'd be like, "Sup, have a good one," and I appreciate it.
Oh man, you always got to support everybody, man. That's just my thing of doing shit, man.
Well, like,
support.
I was playing games, and I just was like, I may as well. I have like the capabilities for it, and I may as well because I feel like I need to make content or do something because we're not doing anything. So I was like, I'll just stream games and talk shit. Like, that was the whole thing. So I might do some more. I might not. I don't know. I can't keep myself to a schedule.
Man, fair enough. Like, I think that's I'm in lockdown usually, so to me that doesn't really matter too much, man. I got young kids, so it's like I don't get the chance to go out too much. So being able to sit here and do stuff like this is an absolute lot of fun to do. And you guys you had a lot of fun doing your Twitch streaming though, man. You should definitely still do it because I reckon you've got the personality for it.
I got to like affiliate. I think it's affiliate.
Yeah,
it's affiliate. Like, I got a decent amount, and like I was having a good time. But it's just like it's a lot. Like, it's fun, but it's like it
can be a bit exhausting.
Yeah, like having to keep up energy and like all that. It's like it's not like hard, but it can be like, kind of exhausting.
Yeah,
like if you had a long day or some shit like that, and then you've just got to go and be like,
hey.
Like, sometimes I just want to sit there and like play.
Especially like if I'm talking as well, I'm probably not playing the game well. And I was playing like PS2 games as well. I was playing like Ratchet and Clank and stuff, and like just like playing them games. So it's like I'm gonna get a lot of views playing Ratchet and Clank on the PS2. So.
Still, man, like the old school gamers, they tune in for that sort of shit. So
Spider-Man 2 next on the PS2. Spider-Man 2. Shrek.
But what are some of the teams that you guys have been seeing internationally that if once borders open you'd like to have a chance at wrestling?
Young Bucks. Let's go. Let's just go in. Young Bucks. Give us the Young Bucks. My God. Your Aysha's style of wrestling. She'd hate wrestling the Young Bucks.
Oh, really?
You look old. God.
I think
There's so many teams is the thing. Like, I'd love to wrestle the Revolution now. Are they called? Are they part of the Pinnacle? Are they called FTR?
Oh, yeah.
Who else? God, there's too many people. See, this thing where you mentioned like, who do you want to work? And I'm like, I don't know.
All of them.
Everyone. These international guys, man. You got any Aysha?
I feel like this like in the tip of my tongue, but I just don't know.
That's not helpful for a podcast.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I suppose like you're right. There's a lot of teams out there. Like you'd be sitting here like naming, a dozen straight off the bat. I'm sure, But like as far as like with Deathmatch Down Under and coming up, when you sort of look at having matches against people that are all interstate, and obviously flying in for a match, how much preparation do you guys get to sort of have with them? Is it always like messages back and forth leading up to the show, or or is it sort of working out on show day?
Mostly it's been on the day.
Yeah, mostly like Aussie Open, we had no contact with them before show day.
Yeah.
It really depends. Like I had for the last show before Peer Pressure, but before I got cancelled, I know I had Corn Dog reach out to me and to be like, hey, any ideas? You got any ideas? Do you want to do anything? And that was good. So we ended up in a group chat with the four of us before Lucille and Bobby got added, where we were trying to come up with things, even though I was sick at the time, which was excellent. So I was just dead. I just didn't appear in that chat. But yeah, like it really depends on the team. Some people will contact, some people won't.
Yeah.
We should probably contact some people at some point. But yeah, it really depends. Most of the time, it's usually like we'll get maybe a vague outline, and then on show day, we'll really come up with everything.
Yeah, but we're pretty comfortable with doing it on the day.
Yeah, like you get used to it for most.
Yeah, most of my matches, it's on the day. I've never really talked.
Yeah, I'll come in like, I got this idea, and like, but that's usually on yourself. Or like Aysha and I will talk about, oh, do you want to do this? Or do you want to do that? I want to do this. This will be cool. No. Oh, fair enough. I'll do that. Yeah, it's usually between yourselves, and you'll come and pitch ideas, and we'll build from there.
Do either of you like pitch something like, or does either of you pitch something to the other where the other go, no, that's too crazy. You're not doing that.
It's always me. On Spiders, when we were the first qualifier, I wanted to do a moonsault to the outside, and she was like, "You've got to wrestle a second match." I was like, "Yeah, but I've done it before. I'll be fine." She's like, "No, you'll do it in the next one." I didn't even do it in the next one, but like it's funny.
Did it fit in?
Yeah, it didn't fit in the match. That's fair enough, but I wanted to do it. My style compared to Aysha's style is very different. Like Aysha's planning compared to my planning, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it means we have variety and like options. But I'm just like, I'll just jump, and Aysha's like, no. Yeah, you gotta work, and I'm like, I'll just go, you know.
So you've got the eagerness, and she's more of like the sort of like level-headed. Hey, no,
let's work. Let's build a story and work to that. I was like, I'll just jump.
But do you think that spot would have worked in the match?
I mean, if where I had it, it might have. But because Aysha was like, no, let's not do it. It would have fit.
I remember.
I think it would have fit. I think we could have worked it into it.
Plus, it was like a 7-minute match.
Yeah. Why not do a moonsault off the second rope to the floor?
Need.
Why not?
There's no need. What if you like sprain your ankle or something, landing on it, and then we what?
I mean, the last time I did it, I did exactly that, but I'll be fine.
The last time I did it, I just broke my ankle. It'll be fine.
I just tried to land on my feet, and one of my feet made it, and the other one went this way. And went boonk, and I like landed and went, I just landed on my ass. Like I just sat down and went, oh, that's not ideal.
Yeah, you still thought it was a good idea.
I still think it's a good idea.
Aysha, it sounds like a full-time job just trying to keep him safe.
Yes, he does a lot of stupid stuff.
That's not even just wrestling.
Yeah.
It's not even just wrestling.
Sometimes I just have to grab him.
Just
like, stop.
Well, like you trying to go do like bungee jumping and stuff like that.
No, that's too high. I'm just doing stupid shit. I'm just doing dumb shit. Usually it's my dumb shit to annoy Aysha, but other times it's me just trying to willingly hurl myself into things.
That sounds so bad.
Just willingly throw myself at things.
Yeah, but as a wrestler, you know how to do that and probably and protect yourself. So it's like it's more just for the lols.
I got a mad cannonball. I got a mad cannonball. Just let me go.
Just let him fly, Aysha.
See, we're gonna start a petition. I'm gonna be able to fly.
Let him spread his wings.
Oh, please.
Oh man. But I think as well, like being able to have that, at least you've got that sort of level-headedness going into a match, and maybe sometimes those high spots can really sort of work and go into it as well.
Yeah, like it's not always me being like, I want to do this and actually going, no. It's like usually it's the difference of styles actually works in our favor because we have that. Then we have that juxtaposition of she can really work the chain, and then me and the other guy will probably do not a run spot because I'll gas out, but like more so of like the indie style, and we'll kind of work more of that. So it's actually good because it gives us variety as a tag team. So it's actually good, even though I say like I just want to jump off stuff. It's quite nice.
It's a good contrast, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good contrast, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that that's when you've got two performers with that two different mentalities and different views as well. They can give that different perspective and a different element to the tag team as well.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, like.
But that
compared to Aysha's is Very different styles.
But he'll recognize which matches I'll like, and then sends it to me.
I know her style, and I do enjoy it, but it's just not like if I wouldn't. It's something I go to, but I'll be like, that match. Whew, I sure like that match.
For example, what style of match is something that Aysha would be into?
The last one I suggested was on Ring of Honor's show, the pay-per-view show.
Was it Jonathan
Gresham? It was Gresham versus Mike Bennett.
I still haven't got
it was a pure title match. It was Jonathan Gresham versus Mike Bennett, and it was really good. And I was like, Aysha, they do holds for like 90% of this match. You'll love it, and it's good. Like it was a really good match. I actually really enjoyed it. But yeah, that was my last.
Gretchen's amazing.
Oh, he's so good. It's stupid. It's stupid how good he is. Especially at chain wrestling and all that. Oh, it's ridiculous. But yeah, that was the last one. I think that's the last one I remember suggesting. Yeah. It's definitely Jonathan Gresham.
I still need to watch it.
You'll watch it at some point.
So more chain wrestling sort of style and technical,
Yeah, the technical style. Whereas I'll watch I watch anything, but like usually I go for the more higher spot indie style, like that kind of stuff, or like anything Jeff Hardy I'll watch. But yeah, I'm more like the fast paced spot fest.
Yeah, but you know what? Like that's the thing. Like there's a market for that, and there's like a fan base that really enjoy that sort of fast paced sort of style. Exactly. Like I like it. Like I won't like all wrestling, to be honest, but like I do like sort of seeing that because it's something different and unique. It's not like the same sort of style that you see on mainstream television. And also to do that sort of fast-paced style, your timing has to be on point, and you have to be able to appreciate something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like there's different genres of wrestling. It's the whole thing with Deathmatch Down Under. There's different genres of wrestling. You might not like some of them, but you've got options. It's nice to have options.
Wrestling's like a smorgasbord, man. Like honestly, like there's like, okay, you might not like this, but you might like this. You might then like didn't know about this and try this, and like, you know what I mean? Like there's different elements that people can go through, and that's why I always compare wrestling to a smorgasbord. There's always going to be something for somebody there.
Exactly.
Drama, comedy, violence.
Like watching Gage versus Jericho with my dad, who doesn't really like wrestling. Like he's not the biggest fan, but he watched the whole thing, and he was just curious. Like the more so they pulled out the pane of glass, and he's like, I wonder what kind of glass that is. Like little things like that. But he watched the whole thing, and he was like, that was silly. It was all right.
He was just like, this is just some straight out ridiculousness.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm taking you to a DMD show for sure.
What did you think of the death match though? Like, what did you guys think
of Gage vs Jericho?
Yeah,
I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was what I expected it to be, which was a TV style death match. Especially with Jericho, I knew it was going to be like nothing insane. But it was fun. I was surprised that they actually ended up using the pane of glass and the light tubes. So I actually really enjoyed it. And the pizza cutter. Big ups, Domino's.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you think of it, Aysha?
Did you watch it?
I did. I don't know. Look, I was kind of like closing my eyes. I hate seeing those spots.
Yeah.
It made me cringe. I don't know. I don't like blood, but I'm at Deathmatch. No, but I enjoyed it. It was cool seeing Nick Gage because like I've kind of followed him a bit because I was into John Moxley before WWE, so I knew Nick Gage because they kind of had like a big thing going on between them. So it was really cool to think that because back then when I was like, I guess like I was like a teenager or whatever, I never imagined like Nick Gage being on like national TV doing a death match against Chris Jericho. Like what the hell? Yeah. So it was pretty cool.
Like I'd actually followed Gage since like I was like 17 when I first started seeing CZW and wrestling magazines and started tape trading and shit like that. And like to see him on national TV, I thought it was like pretty wild. But like to be honest, I felt like with Jericho involved, I think the match could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, like
I mean, like I think there's like the spots could have meant more, if that makes sense. Like
I knew kind of like I had a certain expectation having Jericho in it. Like I knew kind of how it was going to go, so I was happy with it.
Yeah, but still, man, to have him have that spot of being on national TV and going out is pretty massive. So
exactly,
you know, but as far as things going for now, guys, what have you guys got? With Dream coming up, you've got this triple threat tag team match. What else have you guys got in the works at the moment?
I mean, I've been wrestling at Wrestle Rock quite lately, so I'll be on the next show and just seeing how we're going. I've been glassing a lot of people. I've glassed Avery. I've glassed Charlie Evans. I don't know who my next victim is, and I come out with champagne as well. So
yeah, it's just the whole champagne thing.
Yeah. Popping bottles.
Exactly.
That's been really good for me because I've really worked in our PCW, I'm with RV4K, and then Deathmatch, I'm with Murdoch. So it's kind of like I haven't really had much opportunities to like focus on myself and my character as an individual. So Mikey's been working with me at Wrestle Rock to develop that. He's really been helping me and wanting to like work on my character. So that's been very good. And I felt myself get really comfortable, especially the last match I had with Charlie Evans. After I glassed her, I felt like really good. And I fooled a lot of people because before that, I pretended I hurt my knee and we milked it for so long. It was probably like 2 minutes. I was just milking my knee, and we had like Joel come out. We had Louise come out and just checking on me. And then I went to the side. Charlie came to me. I glassed her. And oh my God, the reaction. And even after the show, people were coming up to me being like, yo, I thought you were like injured. I'm like, no. And even I think it was like Mitch Waterman at the back thought I was hurt.
Yeah, these are like workers.
Oh, really? Like workers were like going, like you worked the workers.
Yeah, like, I thought you were hurt.
Brother.
Yeah. I fooled everyone.
Oh man, you ultimately. That's a shoot, kid. Shit. Oh man, like that is some crazy. Like that's crazy though. Like that you'll be able to work that everyone as well. But I love how casually she said, "Yeah, I was milking it," and then she came over and I glassed her, and then I got.
I just like casually glassed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, shit got sideways, so she got a glass to the face. That's just how shit goes.
That's my usual. I usually go, I better glass them.
But as far as like, are you enjoying being that opportunity to be more of a heel? Because like I see you guys as a tag team in DMDU, and it's very much a babyface tag team. But being able to sort of do that heel persona, is it a complete change altogether from what you're doing with Murdoch in DMDU and obviously in the other promotions?
I mean, at PCW I do work here, so I do have that, I guess, experience, but I guess it's cool doing it on my own. And I guess, honestly, character-wise, I'm more comfortable as a heel, so I think that's where, I guess, I really thrive, I guess.
Aysha hates people.
I don't.
Please come to our merch desk.
Oh wow! So it's just like I mean, the fact to work a heel and a baby face, I think as well, like for a lot of performers, like you see some that can work one really well, but then struggle for another. Do you find that being able to work a good mix is better for you as a performer as a whole? Like that's for both of you, really.
I mean, I'll go first. I guess because when I wrestle as a heel and a face, I wrestle completely different. As a face, like I'm doing all the high spots, I'm doing like cool, like chain technical things. Where as a heel, I kind of like dumb it down, I guess, and not do anything too flashy.
I'm sorry, don't worry about me.
Yeah, so I change it according to my character, and I guess it makes me, I guess, a better worker because I can work different styles according to my character.
Yeah, I mean, like I've gone. There's been multiple times before deathmatch shows where I've worked PCW and worked here. I work heel there as well. So there's been like where Fridays I'll be working heel, Saturdays I'll be working face, and it's good, especially from like a structure wise, because I fully understand both sides of being like, okay, well then So it's easier for me to be able to structure something for like, oh, I want to do this as a face. I know they can cut me off like this, having years of experience working both, actually. So like, yeah, it helps from a character standpoint, from a match structure standpoint. It helps a lot.
Even your sell, like you'll sell differently as a face as opposed to a heel as well.
Yeah. Yeah, sell for that sympathy and, you know. Oh, exactly. But, you know, how do you, as far as like going and changing between heel and babyface, you know, do you do much major changes to the character to make that switch?
I'd say for me, not really. I'm just, because a lot of my whole character is like, I still go as your boy when I'm wrestling heel, and like, it's just me being more of a shithead.
Yeah.
Like, it's just directing it in a way that's like, it's like it pisses people off instead of being like, that's funny. Like, and it's still funny because I'm still an idiot, but it's just directing it in the correct way. It's like my style changes very slightly. It's just more like a slower pace than me just jumping around and going everywhere. Like character-wise, I try to stick, for myself at least, I don't know about Aysha, but I try to stay as like, it's kind of one base character and it's just me working it in different ways for heel or face. Yeah.
I don't know how to answer this question.
The question now.
I don't know how to answer it because I guess like you like I don't know. It's kind of both ways kind of go with like I guess my real personality.
Yeah.
Like with our promo with before spiders. Yeah, I like said I was gonna break up with him. I guess that's kind of true. Like,
yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, your boy.
But it's like obviously like a joke, but I guess it's true how I am. I can kind of be like a bit cold like that, I guess. So, and I can be like, as a heel, I guess I can be a bit cold and a bit like sassy, I guess. A bit of a bitch.
I'm not saying anything.
No high spot from Murdoch.
Nope. I'm not saying a word.
I don't know how to answer this question.
But I think as well, like that could really, you could also make it like a heel and a babyface tag team, really, just by doing something similar like that. You know what I mean? Like by saying that and his reaction being like, what? Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. So, there's many, different ways that you can go down that rabbit hole, I think. So. But guys, look, we are getting close to that 1 hour mark. It is the time to start wrapping it up. But Murdoch, Aysha, where can everyone find you on social media? Wrestling merch as well. Where can they find some of that for you guys?
So my Twitter and Instagram is just Aysha_RB4K, and I do have a Facebook page, but I don't post on that. Our Misspent Youth shirts are on my
Wrestle Merch page. Yeah. So if you go to wrestlemerch.com/collection/Murdoch, you can find my shirts and also Misspent Youth shirts. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch as all as your boy Murdoch with an I. Boy with an I. And that's all my stuff. That's all my social medias. I do also have a Facebook that I don't use.
There you go, guys. Look, a big shout out to our sponsors, thewrestlinguniverse.com, sleeves.com, and healthvape.com. Guys, make sure you tune in and check out all the rest of the shows here on the MWA Podcast Network. Tune in to us on Sunday. We're going to have a major announcement dropping that you guys are going to want to tune in for. We've got new shows coming on the MWA Podcast Network and another big surprise as well, guys. So make sure to keep an eye out for that announcement. But guys, until then, Murdoch, Aysha, thank you so much for being on, guys. And guys, we'll catch you soon. Take care. Peace.